Alright, what's going on, guys? James here to bring you another video. In this one, I'll be doing my Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 7 review. So, Fear the Walking Dead is back this week, and next week is their mid-season finale, Episode 8. So, let's talk about this episode. So tonight we kind of got a glimpse into their fight, at least the start of their fight, and I like this episode a little better than last week's episode. So, not last week's, the week before last episode. So, let's talk about what happened. So, we got to see the fight, which was basically what a lot of people from the show that started the season wanted to see. And I liked what went down with the fight. We got to see how many walkers the vultures can handle. And it's a ton of walkers. Like, not as much that we saw at the ranch, but a lot, enough to make them have to leave the arena. So next Sunday we'll see how Strand, Luciana, Alicia, and Nick got out of the stadium, because Alicia and Nick are already outside the stadium, but Strand and Luciana are still inside the stadium, while the walkers are trapped outside of it. So, we'll have to wait till next Sunday, hopefully, to find out how they get out. If not, we'll have to wait when they get back from their break to see how they get out. So, well, we also got Laura again in this episode. Naomi, Laura, whatever you want to call her. I prefer Laura. A lot of people prefer Naomi, but I like Laura because that's what John goes by, and I like going by what John called her. So, we got to see her again, and we got to see John's reaction to her. And Alicia wants to kill her for some reason. I still think it's because she killed Madison. Now, at the end of the episode, we saw the preview for next week's episode, and we saw Madison after the fight of the stadium, and that's still flashbacks that we saw with Madison. Now, she still might have died, and that's why Alicia wants to kill Laura/Naomi. But that's the only reason. The only reason she's alive is because Morgan was there, and he's friends with John. So we'll have to see if Madison's alive or not by episode 8, or we'll find out by Comic-Con. They might release a trailer for the later half of the season, because if I recall, that's what they did for season 3 and the other seasons. So we'll have to see if by Comic-Con in July, if they release another season, another trailer. So we'll have to wait for that. And well, like I said, we got to see the stadium, the aftermath of the fight in this episode, and there's not much else to say, really, that we just got to see the fight. And that's what was been gearing up to this episode and into the mid-season finale. Now, I like this episode. I give it a 4 out of 5 stars for my rating, because I've been rating these episodes, because the past few episodes have been decent. So, yeah. Now, let's talk about the leader of the Vultures. Now, he was saying they attacked him because he didn't want to attack Madison and her group. So, we'll have to see how that plays out as well within the next few episodes. Because when we saw him attacking Alicia, Luciana, and Strand, he was with his group again. And when we saw him in the flashbacks, they were against him. So, we'll have to see how all that works out. The same with the girl, which a lot of people think is Naomi's daughter, and sorry, I can't talk tonight. So, and yeah, a lot of people think she's Naomi's daughter, and there's a strong possibility of that. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, we are all just gonna have to wait and see. I have some speculations, like Naomi's daughter might be that girl, and Madison, I still think Madison is dead. I already have a video about that. If you want to know my thoughts on that, go watch it. And we got to see finally what happened to the stadium. At least speculate on what happened to the stadium, because We saw the start of the fight, and we'll have to wait to see the whole fight probably in the next episode, unless they stretch it out again. And I just have to say it, I kind of don't like how they're stretching everything out for this first part. I hope things speed along in this later half of the season so they can catch up with The Walking Dead's time if they are planning on crossing other characters over. And I really hope to see Daniel's character within the next couple of episodes, because Daniel Salazar is my favorite character, because they did say, the writers and producers did say he was alive. So, I'm going to leave it at that and say it was a solid episode. So, I'm going to end it there and saying, please like and subscribe my videos if you like what you've been seeing. And saying, this is James saying peace.